For some of these acquisitions, are you getting pulled into these to evaluate them kind of prior to acquisition? And what are some of the things that you're looking for, if so, kind of making this, hey, this is a good bet for us versus maybe it's not, as a marketing leader?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good part of the job. You learn a lot and get to see a lot. And so for me, obviously, the product market fit is really important. Understanding how the product could apply to our existing customer base is important. So we tend to see a lot of success with cross-selling those tuck-ins to our existing base. So we essentially overlay it on the base to say, what do we think we can do here? Obviously, it's important for us to understand what it does from a brand perspective. Does it pull us forward or pull us back? And what's the overall sentiment out there on the brand? And probably most importantly, beyond obviously the financials, et cetera, making sure these are healthy businesses, we take a look at the people and just say, are these going to be cultural adds for us? Do we feel like we're all going to like working with each other and learn from each other, et cetera? That is super important.
So the buyer is kind of like chief people officer in the Fortune 100. Is that kind of, is it a level lower than them? Like, who are the customers of iCIMS?
Yeah, as with almost all enterprise technology, there's often a committee, but the CHRO is certainly super important for us and is typically highly involved here. Depending on the individual products within the Talent Cloud, we might see the VP of Talent Acquisition obviously is highly interested and really important for us. And then as we've expanded into this area of internal mobility, saying it's not just about hiring people, it's what happens after. How do you get them from marketing coordinator to CMO? We've built out this really interesting set of capabilities that we call the opportunity marketplace to help companies tap into their existing employees and advance their careers. And so sometimes now we're seeing more on the talent management side, HR, BPs. And then interestingly enough, we spend a lot of time talking with recruitment marketing and employment branding leaders and departments. That's an evolving space. It's a super interesting and fun one for me to look at because there are people out there, departments out there that are responsible for marketing a company and building a brand for the company. And that doesn't always live within the marketing department. It's now more than ever in talent.
In terms of just kind of experimenting with anything, I mean, do you have budget set aside for things, AI and other kind of things that are more trendy, or do you kind of stick to what you're knowing and your growth plan?
Yeah, I think we always have to remind people that it's important for marketing to test more than almost any other group out there. And that if we don't see the returns, that's still a successful test. That means we learned something and we won't keep putting money there. I always laugh because I've had so many conversations with people when they say, what do you do with a channel that isn't performing? Like, what do you think? Like, we stopped putting money in. We double down. So yeah, it's super important to test. And I think for us to try new things, and it could be within a channel we already know, right? Or it could be a new virtual event, or it could be new things with ABM or new technologies. But even beyond just the results of them, I think it's really empowering for our team members to lead those tests. They have that sense of ownership that was super important for me, even at 22 when I joined the company. It's just as important to our team members now, whether they're 22 or 102, that they feel like they got to come up with some cool idea, run it, and learn something from it. So that's super important for us.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This segment is brought to you by Salesforce. Salesforce brings marketing and engagement together. If you want to learn more, head over to salesforce.com/marketing. And please subscribe to this channel for more marketing insights from the world's best marketing leaders across the Fortune 500 and beyond.